This is Nita with Prophetic Sword. Early this morning, the Lord came to me with this, but first of all, I'm going to read this because each one of this parts of this series is like this. It's Isaiah 58, 9 through 11. Then shalt thou call, and the Lord shall answer. Then thou shalt cry, and he shall say, Here I am. It's just that easy to call on Jesus Christ. And here it is in Isaiah 58, 9, telling you exactly how to do it. Cry, and he shall cry out to the Lord, and he shall say, Here I am. And that's what we need to hear. That's what the shepherd wants to hear. He wants us to call on him. Call on him today. Don't be bound up in a fleshy world. That's a pit of nothing. And you'll never get to heaven there. But if you call on the Lord, you cry out, he will say, Here I am. If they take away from the midst of thee the yoke, the putting forth of the finger, and the speaking vanity, and if thou draw out thy soul to the hungry and satisfy the afflicted soul, then shall thy light rise in obscurity, and thy darkness be as noonday. If you ever walked in a store and you can pick out the people who shine, you could see them. I always want to be one of those people. I want to shine. I want to shine. I want to shine, shine, shine. Let my little light shine. Because that's so important that we shine. The Lord gave me this the other night, this morning, and it was about not only your life, your community, your family's life, and how you're put together, but how government is being put together. So, say for instance, if you're working on a special loan or something, well, we don't want to be alone. A special business that you've had in mind, and you've been trying to put all the little pieces together to get started. Well, that's what we want to see. We want to see that fall into place. So the Lord is saying, today is the day when all the little things come into place, fall into place. They will fall into place because that is where I put them. How did we get to these days? We could never have dug ourselves out of this hole. This was a death hole that America had dug. We had just passively let just any old thing be passed in bills in Washington. Look how many executive orders the president's had to sign to get rid of some of that garbage, all that garbage. I mean, there's a dumpster full of it now. There's a dumpster full of that stuff. I can tell you right now, more than dumpsters. There's probably one behind every one of those federal buildings that he's throwing things out of. And I feel sorry for the people who need jobs, but if they look up to the Lord, he'll help them find another one. That's in the end of their life. If that agency's gone away, it's because it was meant to. President Trump is anointed, so we know that he's trying to do what's right. We know that Jesus has his hand. So I'm looking to that, and I've been listening to the Lord for these last 4 years, and I have not given up, and I will not be discouraged. So this is the day that all the little pieces are going to be put into place. The things that we need to hear. God created heaven and earth. He knows what's right and what's wrong. He is the judge. So when you see people falling today, these are the latter days, is because they put themselves in that position. Now, if you're one of those people and you want to know Jesus, all you got to do is cry out to him. Then shalt thou call, and the Lord shall answer. Thou shalt cry, and he shall say, Here I am. You don't have to be lost anymore. Can I tell you that you won't go to jail for what you've done? I don't know. That after you cry out for help, it's up to you and the Lord. I'd rather be a whistleblower than an inmate. So I'm telling you, if you're involved in any of that bad stuff, you better get out of it. And you better call on Jesus. And you better tell what you know. Because everything's being revealed. Everything, all the little things are being revealed. And not just here in Israel and all over the world where all those countries have tried to do various bad things. Just look what they found out in Ukraine. Well, the prophets already knew it because the Lord told us. He told us that there was something going on there that was wicked. He let us know. And to keep giving them money to kill their own people and to kill Russians is not a good thing. So the bear is going to lay down and sleep for a while. That war is going to be over with. But there's still a lot of people who died because of wickedness. So we have to be on the watchtowers. You know, this is not something that we can just let go by. And we have to pick up all the little scraps of the bad stuff and we have to examine them and we have to say this is not going to happen again. You can't just brush them aside like they never happened. These bad things have to be addressed and they have to be addressed legally. And then after that, you know, God is going to judge everyone. And if you want your life to be good and full of grace and be able to flow in the Lord, you have to come to Him. Because then you go, then shalt thou call, and the Lord shall answer. Thou shalt cry, and He shall say, here I am. And once here I am is, your life will get straight. But you have to throw away all that bad stuff. Now, these are the days where the little pieces are falling into place. That's all I need to say today, other than if you don't know Jesus, please call on Him and He'll say, here I am. Ask Him into your life. You'll never be the same. And then ask Him to anoint you with the Holy Spirit so that you can speak to Him in the very spiritual language that Adam spoke to God in. Come, let us worship the Lord. Thank you for coming by today.